As you all already know, TenZ and Kyedae have broken up. Apparently, it was a mutual agreement for the both to break up. And in all honesty, in my opinion, I think it's cap. There's no such thing as a mutual breakup. There's always one person that ends a relationship. And we all know it was Kyedae. And this came as a very, very big surprise because they were together for 6 years. And not only that, TenZ, if you don't know him, he's a very, very big gamer in Valorant. I also played that game as well. Very fun game. People saw him as the OG, as the master, basically the best player ever to grace Valorant. But during his career, his girlfriend at that point, Kyedae, she was diagnosed with cancer. And he subsequently decided to end his career prematurely. He basically sacrificed his career. He started looking after her non-stop, obviously to make sure she gets better, which is understandable because it's your girl. Personally speaking, I wouldn't do that, but hey, I'll talk about that later. He prematurely ended his career in order to look after his girl. He even helped her jumpstart her own career, which allowed her to essentially become as famous as she is. I'm not saying, oh, she's not a good streamer or whatever, that she can't do it on her own. But what I'm saying is, she wouldn't have gotten the opportunity if she wasn't with TenZ. That simple. And straight after they made an announcement that they were breaking up, they also released a statement. Hey everybody, Tyson and I feel ready to share some personal news. We've actually been broken up for quite some time now. Oh damn, I didn't know that. Toward the end of our relationship, we came to a realization that wasn't easy to accept. We had stopped growing as individuals. For most of our relationship, we did everything together. Work together, hobbies and interests together. Pretty much everything together. We've even joked in the past that although we were together for 6 years, it felt like at least 30. We moved in together just weeks after meeting, and from ages 17 to 24, that was all we knew. Over time, it became clear that we needed space to grow into our own people separately. Sure, buddy. We know the internet often looks for the tea, but the truth is simple. We grew apart. There was no wrongdoing, no resentment, and no single event that caused this. We still care deeply about each other and genuinely want the best for one another. We are also incredibly grateful for the time and life we shared together. Thank you for respecting our privacy. Well, there you have it. 6 years since the age of 17 all the way to the age of 24. Thrown out of the window just like that. TenZ sacrificed his career, even though he claims he didn't. Sacrifice slash he prematurely ended his career in order to look after his girl slash ex. We all know he did that. Now they're both saying the reason why they're in the relationship is because due to the fact that they both grew apart. But I call bullshit. Again, like I said, one person always ends a relationship. And it certainly was not a mutual thing. Because there are rumors and speculations on the internet saying the reason why they actually broke up was because Kyedae cheated. Yes, she cheated on TenZ. Unknowingly, well, TenZ didn't know. I'm sorry, Lympho. Not my fault, Lympho. So I'm stuck here for a day. And John got the time wrong. Me and Suwan missed the last boat. Tyson, don't be mad. I mean, if I'm receiving a text message that my girl is stuck somewhere with another guy, and she's stuck there for another day, and essentially has to spend the night there with the guy, oh my god. No, 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 no. They both strongly denied the allegation that Kyedae supposedly cheated on TenZ when she went on a trip with John Choi. For those wondering who John Choi is, well, that's the guy right there. I mean, it kind of reminds me of one of them dudes from Twilight back in early 2000. Man, I could not stand that show at all. They all looked suspect as hell. But hey, each and everyone to their own. She likes what she likes. Well, once the fans found out about the situation between Kyedae and TenZ, I hope I'm actually saying the name correctly, people started digging and researching. And one thing in particular that was very, very peculiar is the fact that Kyedae has a sister. Kyedae has a sister called Sakura, and she also was with a streamer or gamer called Jason the Win. I don't know much about him, but he's as famous, if not just as famous as TenZ as well. And they were supposed to be both friends as well. They knew each other. So apparently Sakura broke up one day after her sister Kyedae broke up with TenZ. She broke up with her boyfriend, also Jason the Win, the day after. If you want to say it's a coincidence, well, personally, I don't believe in coincidences. I do think it was probably all planned and played out because, yeah, there's a clip that alleges that Both sisters met up just before Valentine's, to scheme and prepare to break up with both their boyfriends.
To be able to like fill them in on like all the lore.
Your chat?
Yeah, but I mean like, nah, there's just things that I keep private right now because there's certain people that are alive. That sounds insane to say.
Oh yeah, I don't talk about certain things.
Yeah. But like it would end up making a lot of sense to people if I said it. But it's
really?
just like,
No.
Yes.
No, they'd be like you're projecting.
What?
Yeah, because you're a woman.
No, they wouldn't.
Really?
Well, I'm not sure if that video proves that they were scheming to break up with both their boyfriends, simultaneously / one day after another. One thing I can say for sure is that TenZ must have been hurt the most between Kyedae and himself. I mean, the guy was even saying that they were planning on moving together into a new house, but ultimately it didn't came to happen because obviously Kyedae broke up with him. Personally, what I think about the situation, do I think that TenZ sacrificed his career for her, even though he's denying it? Yes, he certainly did. Do I think that, his girl cheated on him? Possibly, maybe, but ultimately it doesn't matter. He even came out with a post asking people to stop stipulating, asking people to stop making assumptions, harassing and calling out his girl, because once the announcement was made, people really were not happy about the situation, in particular about Kyedae. You got someone saying here, telling me you can be high school sweethearts, be there doing cancer treatment, practically grow up together and still not be the end game? Finding yourself equals want to have sex with other men. Someone said, but I never asked you to do that for me. Yeah, I remember that scene. You all remember when he took a break from pro play to take care of her? And this is how it ends. She's actually and never interested. Use them to exploit financial gains. Well, you can clearly see people were not pleased at all. I mean, this isn't the first big couple, big relationship that announced their breakup. I mean, look at the Scots, Christy and Desmond. Look at Kai Cenat and Gigi. Look at India and Dami, the UK couple, where India was caught cheating, making out and kissing another guy at a restaurant, and also going together to the restroom. Only God knows what they did in a bathroom. But my point being is, these are just simply relationships, and people are too heavily invested into this relationship. There's nothing wrong with someone, growing apart. Whether she's telling the truth or not, it doesn't matter. If anything, I think people should use these celebrities, these, social media couples, as an example of how to not conduct themselves, as an example of mistakes they shouldn't do themselves in their relationship / what they should look out for in their other half when they are trying to pursue a relationship with someone else. Probably 90% of you guys can even probably say you were in a 6/7 year relationship. Most of you probably have never even been in a relationship. Most of you guys are probably still even virgins. So I don't understand why people are so invested, are going online and bashing and bullying and harassing the girl. Whether she's innocent or not, that is not the point. But ultimately, it's not your life, it's her life, and she doesn't owe you guys anything. Like, there shouldn't even be a need for them to even post and announce that they broke up. Personally, if that was ever me in that kind of situation, I would just simply just end it, and I wouldn't even tell a soul. And if people find out, they find out, but I wouldn't go around announcing it. At the end of the day, they are all just simply humans. People make mistakes. It could be the case that maybe, maybe Kyedae didn't like the way TenZ was snoring. Maybe she didn't like the way he was kissing her. Maybe she didn't like the fact that he always left the toilet seat open. It could be anything that could have led to the split up. If anything, I find it hilarious seeing people's reaction and comments talking like they were part of the relationship, like they were in the midst of it all. Like, really? You're saying all this like you knew them personally? You didn't even know them. You can only go for what you are seeing, what you are hearing. You will never know who or what they truly are or where in that relationship or behind the scene. Instead of people crying, complaining, and dragging the individual across social media for simply breaking up, when your neighbors, your friends are breaking up all the time, constantly, it's a normal thing. Instead of focusing on that, why don't people just simply focus on themselves and simply use this as a valuable learning curve as to how to conduct their own relationships. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it, man. On to next time. Peace out.